Hey, this is going to be a collective reading. Um, we're on a full moon and also Mercury retrograde. So there may be some pretty intense emotions coming up, patterns, exes, um, just things that are kind of buried deep within could be coming up to the surface right now. A lot of realizations happening. Anyways, I'll call out what signs I see. It doesn't necessarily mean it is that sign. It's just the energy of the card. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment. I love commentary. I want to know, are my videos too long? Are they too short? Do they not? What subjects do you want to hear about? Do you want all signs? Do you want individual signs? Oh, yeah, and happy Pride, by the way. All right, so let's get some oracle here on the situation. What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Key player, important person, playing essential role, irreplaceable. I have lost, ghosted, cowardice, disappearing act, brick wall. Okay, defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. And then I have squad, reconciliations, soul tribe, and close friends. Okay, and then I have fuego. So chemistry, intense passion. Okay. I feel like there is somebody here, definitely from the past. This could be, and when I say the past, it could be somebody you recently dealt with, or somebody just, it doesn't matter when, just in the past. But I feel like there was a really intense connection here with this person. You felt like this was a really intense soul connection, and I do think that this person is going to attempt to reconcile. Okay, but they're with this they do believe that you're an important person. I think you believe they're an important person. Like, the connection is real here. They feel the same. Okay, but with this lost in this brick wall, I don't know if this could be a no contact situation, or if this is somebody's blocked or something like that. But there's definitely a little bit of a lack of communication going on here. Okay, so let's get to the tarot. So what is your energy? Let's get your energy. What is your energy in the situation? Thoughts, feelings. Okay. What are the collective feelings? And by the way, if this, don't try to fit this. If it's not your story, it's not your story. But if I say something is their feelings and you feel like those are your feelings, just flip it around. However it goes. Okay. I have the Ten of Pentacles. This could be a long-term situation. This could be like a family situation. You could have kids with this person, or maybe you were married to this person. But I do feel like there's some sort of long-term something here about this. Okay, Six of Swords. You really are. I feel like you put your all into this situation, and you could live at a distance from this person. Doesn't have to be. You could have just distanced yourself from this person, or they. I do feel like there's a distance here. There's a distance here. Maybe there's just a lack of communication. Like I said, there's it looks like a lack of communication is what it's looking like to me. And I have the High Priestess in the reverse, Cancerian energy, and I have the Seven of Swords here. So I feel like there is, I feel a little bit like there's some deception here, and I do feel like it's on your side. Now, I mean by that, not that you're lying to this person or being malicious towards this person, but I feel like there's a little bit of um, not really telling them what you're actually feeling inside. And I think there might be an issue here with you listening to your intuition as well. I feel like your intuition's been talking to you about this person. Maybe you've had dreams, maybe you've seen signs or something like that, but there's something here. There's just a lack of not wanting to listen to somebody's intuition. And maybe this is like lying to yourself. Maybe you've lied to yourself about who this person is. And I feel like that's maybe the place where you're at. Okay, I do have the Lovers card here, Gemini energy. Again, like there's an intense soul connection here with this person. There is this is a soul contract. Um, as far as twin flame soulmate goes, I don't know. That's up to you to decide. I'm not going to go too far into that. And also, what I say, twin flame and soulmate, soul connection. Soul connection does not mean that you need to have this person in your life. It does not mean that you have to put up with this person um, hurting you. You don't have to put up with that. I don't care if it is a twin flame. You're not supposed to put up with that. Okay. I have the Tower card here in the reverse. Mars and Scorpio. Yeah, you're trying to avoid some kind of like catastrophic heartbreak here, is what it's looking like to me. Yep, Three of Swords in the reverse. To, you're trying to avoid catastrophic heartache. I have the World card here in the reverse. Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. Um, yeah, I do feel like this is a cycle that you don't really want to close. This is a cycle here that the collective really doesn't want to close, and it's going to be very heartbreaking to close this cycle with this person, but it is on your mind. It is on your mind. It's on your mind to let this person go. Okay? So let's get your person's feelings in the situation. What's the collective's person's feelings in the situation? What is the collective's person's feelings in the situation? Death card in the reverse. They don't want to move on from this either. But there's also like a lack of a transformation too with this person. I have the Queen of Cups here. It could be a water sign. There are feelings here. This person feels this person wants to convey their, yeah, as soon as I said that, eight of wands, they want to convey their emotions to you. They do. They want you to know how they feel. I have the Queen of Wands. They are heavily attracted to you. They are really attracted to you. This person could be outgoing, charismatic, creative. You notice this person, they stand out. This person does. And but they have so, like, they're on the outside, they're this Queen of Wands, but on the inside they're this Queen of Cups. They're kind of soft. They have these, you're like their soft spot, like you're like the soft place to land for this person. That's how they feel about you. Okay. I have the Nine of Pentacles. I do feel like this person is enjoying they're enjoying being independent, is where they're at in life. They're enjoying being independent. They may be trying to achieve financial stability or something like that. That could have something to do with the situation. You did have the Ten of Cups here, so it could have something to do with that. But this person is enjoying their independent independence. Sorry. I have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So Ace of Swords, hold on, and then I'll Strength card, Leo energy. And they have also the Two of Cups. So again, they do have these deep feelings for you. There is this connection here. But with this Strength card in the reverse and this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, it's almost like this person has some problems with stability. Like I said, they could be working on that. That could be a big deal for this person. Maybe this is just, maybe they're also having the same kind of full moon, Mercury retrograde thing going on, where they have some deep emotions coming up, patterns that they're, analyzing and recognizing. Maybe they're being cold to you or something like that, or they're not talking to you a lot, or not conveying their emotions to you. And I think that's what it is. I think with the Strength card in the reverse, they feel there's just a lack of control here that this person has over the life. Okay. I have the Moon card here, Pisces energy. Again, like, you could be having dreams. I think you are having dreams. I'm talking to somebody specifically who is a lucid dreamer. You could be having dreams about this person, and your dreams, you need to pay attention to that. You need to pay attention to what your dreams are telling you, okay? I have the Hierophant here, Taurus energy. I mean, there's just something about the right way. I don't know. I'm hearing right way. This person wants to do things the right way. I feel like you're in the same energy. You want to do this the right way. And there's something about this situation that is wrong. On your side or their side, maybe it's a mutual situation, but there's something that's wrong about this situation. I have the Five of Pentacles here, and I have the Nine of Wands here. So there is fear. There is fear. There's fear. And I have the Ten of Wands here, and I have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. There's fear. Four of Swords. Yeah, there's fear here because, and this is a big burden, I think, on both of you. Really big burden on both of you. There's a, maybe this is like, you know, my Nine of Wands card is something that I hear played out. This situation could be played out. This could have happened over, like I said, a long period of time. But this person, I think one or both of you are feeling very burdened by the situation. There's a loss here. There's a major loss here, and you're both being very quiet about this. You're both recognizing patterns. Both recognizing patterns. I have the Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. This loss and this sadness is truly here. And I have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So there's like a lack of direction in the relationship. There's a lack of direction in the relationship. So, okay. So what is this person's intentions? What is this person's intentions? Queen of Swords. They want to be straight up about it. They do want to be straight up about it. Two of Swords in the reverse, but they have some sort of decision they don't want to make. King of Wands. This could involve another person in their life. But they do. There's just some decision here that this person, with this Two of Wands and the Two of Swords in the reverse, it just looks like there's some sort of decision in here this person is like refusing to make or doesn't know how to make. And they want to be straight up with you about that. They do. They want to be straight up about what they're feeling on the inside. Okay, so will this person reach out? Will this person reach out? The Empress in the reverse, King of Swords, and the King of Cups in the reverse. So, you know, with this King of Swords, like the Queen of Swords, I do feel like this person is going to come forward. I do feel like they're going to be straight up about the situation. I do feel like there may be at some point, a reaching out does happen. But for right now, with the Empress card in the reverse and this King of Cups in the reverse, you're looking at somebody who's a little bit emotionally unavailable. You could be dealing with an avoidant, okay? And again, I'm not making excuses for this person. That does not mean that you tolerate the behavior of this person, but it's looking like you're dealing with an avoidant, okay? And this person is very guarded too. They are guarded, but they want to be straightforward about it. Seven of Cups. They are very confused. They may have multiple options or something like that, but they're very, very, very confused and very, very, very lost. I did get that lost card. Judgment card. Scorpio energy. There's an awakening happening, though. There is an awakening happening. I have the Lover's card, again, in the reverse. That's twice that's come out here. Again, it's about this decision this person doesn't want to make. And there is this tie here. This soul contract here. This person feels it and they know it. But it's just... I have the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah, they do want to have some sort of meeting of the minds about the situation, though. Whether or not this person does do what they need to do, I don't know if they're going to do that or not. But I can tell you this person is feeling very unstable. They're feeling very lost. They do feel the connection. They want to be with you, but this is a situation where they are just they're recognizing their own wounds here, and it's like they've maybe been through a lot of things in their life or something like that, a lot of relationships in their life, or maybe this again could be a situation that has been played out over and over again, and it's one of those situations where this person just does not, they don't want to hurt you, is what I'm getting from this. So yeah, that's what let me get some advice in this situation, and then what is the advice in this situation? What is the advice in this situation? King of Wands, Five of Swords, and I have the Eight of Swords here, and then I have the Strength card here. Leo energy. I feel like the advice here is to stand up for yourself. The King of Wands stands up for himself. This is like a lower octave of the Emperor. And the Emperor knows what they're doing. They're very strategic. They have control over their lives. So they're very stable. And the King of Wands is kind of one and the same. They go and they get what they want. This is fire energy. And I feel like the advice here is go for your dreams. Do what you want. Um, with this Five of Swords, it's what it's getting to me is like it's get out while you can get out is what I'm hearing. Get out while you can get out, because there's a real possibility that you could wind up back with this person. And if this person is still lost, they're still doing this dance back and forth, it's only going to wind up with more head games, more hurt, it's just more of what you already have had and you do not want. Okay, so that's the advice in this situation. This Eight of Swords and the Strength card. Do not allow this person to have you trapped in your head. They may say sweet nothings to you to try to get you to kind of like back on the hook. Do not allow this person to do that. Strength card, like control yourself in the situation. Have control over your reaction. Have control over the outcome of your life in the situation. Okay, so that's what I have. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching.